Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite a day, quite a couple of days between the book by former Defense Secretary Gates and, of course, the revelations in Bridgegate today. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see where this takes us, what Chris Christie will do, if, in fact, Chris Christie is outraged, if in fact he's been misled, if in fact his staff misled him and he didn't know about any of this, then I would have imagined he'd announce the firings immediately or demand the resignations of these people immediately. But that part I haven't heard so far. All right, joining us now, last time I saw him, last time I talked to him, we were sitting in a suite at the Breakers in Palm Beach at Restoration Weekend doing an interview, and then we saw each other that night at the wonderful dinner and speech given by Ted Cruz. And we welcome in Texas Republican Congressman Louie Gohmert. Hello.
Well, hello, Steve. And let's be clear, I did not have a suite at the Breakers.
No. You were with, well, neither did I, but our company, Newsmax did, and we conducted the interview there.
You had a suite so
you
could film people, and you had it set up for filming. I just didn't want anybody to
No, I didn't mean to give that the wrong impression. I thought you were going to say that nothing shady went on or something.
Oh, yeah, right. That too.
Anyway, so Happy New Year, all that stuff, and it's great to talk to you. So what do you think of the Gates book and the revelations in them?
Very interesting. In fact, very interesting. And, he's a nice guy and a very smart man, and I've known him since his days as president of Texas A&M. But he exposes what some of us have suspected all along. We have a commander-in-chief that doesn't have the commander part down so well about being concerned for the troops you command. Sending people to a surge that you don't think is going to work is not normally what people in the field that are giving their lives for their commander-in-chief want to find out, that you really didn't think it was going to work anyway. So into the Valley of Death rode the 600. You know where that came from. But
yeah.
So, you don't want to find out that you've got a commander that doesn't really know what's going on, is disengaged, but then thinks it's probably isn't going to work. But, hey, go give your life, give it a try, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and, do you think the motivation, what do you think the motivation for writing the book now as opposed to, waiting until Obama was out of office is?
I don't know. I think, having known him before he became Secretary of Defense, he was telling me down in Texas A&M that he was ready to retire, but more than that, his wife was ready for him to retire. And I would imagine he was ready to get this whole episode behind him. But it is nice to have a behind-the-scenes look. As he says that, quote, Hillary told the president that her opposition to the 2007 surge in Iraq had been political.
Right, that's
facing him in the Iowa primary.
That's a huge bombshell, and that's going to have legs.
And then the president conceded vaguely that opposition to the Iraq surge had been political. His opposition.
Yep.
To hear the two of them making these admissions and in front of me
was
surprising as it was dismaying.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it.
Because this is a guy who cared about his troops. And to hear the president go, I opposed it just because it was a political thing to do is shocking to a guy that cares about troops.
And to invoke a strategy, which you feel as president, which the defense secretary believes the president all along felt would never work. What is that?
Yeah, and then you admit, and he points that out, but it's shocking. I was in the Army 4 years. I never saw combat, and I still believe if we had responded to the 1979 act of war on our embassy in Tehran, that perhaps we wouldn't have lost the thousands that we have since, having to fight the people that believed after 79 we were a toothless tiger. and a paper tiger, and then we could be pushed around. So then to see this kind of exchange, and then frankly to add on another layer, we get this article from the Blaze on the Iranian official who says, this parliament member, Mohammed Nabavian, and he says, that Obama kept trying to get President Rouhani, the new president of Iran, to talk to him. And he says, quote, the White House contacted me 5 times seeking a meeting.
It's unbelievable.
And he says, quote, I assembled a delegation accompanying me, and we decided not to meet with Obama. On Tuesday afternoon, after the press conference, they said to me, why did you humiliate Obama in America? And I said, there was no humiliation. But here I recalled the words of Imam Khomeini, who said that one must humiliate the infidel leaders, unquote.
Yeah.
Unquote. I mean, that's a quote.
Yeah, Congressman,
Yeah.
It is insane. Listen, we're out of time. I appreciate it. It's great to talk to you. We'll do it again
it's
soon.
Great to talk to you. I look forward to seeing you in person, but always glad to talk to you.
All right, Congressman, you take care.
Thanks so much.
And let me tell you what the congressman did. He gave me a pen to give to my son because the weekend I was away, my son had just won the election as president of his student council. And so the congressman reached into his pocket and pulled out a pen and gave it to me to give to my son. Kind of guy he is. All right, folks, we're coming back, and we're going to talk sports. Jared Max will be here. Lots to talk. 3 inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame, or 3 people voted in. They weren't inducted today. All of that straight ahead on the Steve Malzberg Show. Don't go away.